Welcome to Chapter 9. Let's start this chapter by using a quote from Albert Einstein. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. Okay. Chapter 9. The only person who can help you. While The Little Red Hen is a fairy tale, this is a true story. Next to the traffic light in front of me stood a homeless man begging for money. A car passed by and the driver gave the homeless man a few coins. The homeless man picked at the coins and said nothing. It was clear that he wasn't happy with the coins. I walked up and gave the homeless man a $100 bill. The homeless man picked at the bill and didn't say thank you. Instead, he looked up, pulled out a book from his pocket, showed it to me and said, "This book says, no matter what shape you're in, you can still figure out a way to get your life back." I glanced at the book and instantly recognized it. It was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I've read the book before and knew this was one of the best books ever written in personal achievement. "You seem like a very successful man," the homeless man continued. "Is there anything you can do to help me get my life back?" Reading his facial expression, I sensed he was about to give up his life just like I'd been before. I looked him in the eyes and said, "I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do to get your life back." The homeless man froze, a pair of eyes filled with tears. "This is it. No one on earth can help me," he cried. "This is the last thing I wanted to know before I leave. I'm better off just come back another time." "Sir, I'm not finished yet," I said in a firm voice. I said, "There's nothing I can do to get your life back, but I know one person who can help you." "Yes, yeah!" The homeless man burst into joy. "I know there's got to be someone who can help me. For God's sake, please take me to him." "Please walk with me," I replied as I brought the homeless man several steps away and stopped. I turned to my right, pointed at the front and said, "Look here." As I took a step to the side, I continued, "This is the man who can help you with everything you want." As the homeless man looked to the front, he saw a man standing in front of him with soiled clothes, messy hair, and muddy face. "This is the only man in the whole world who can help you to get your life back." I pointed at his reflection on the glass door and said. The man was thoughtful for a moment and said, "This man has lost his soul. How can he help me?" "He lost his soul because he lost his purpose for life," I said. "Give him a purpose to live for, and he'll give you everything you ask for." The man mused for a while, looked at the man in the glass from head to toe and from toe to head. He then turned to me and said, "Yes, sir. I'll give this man a purpose to live for." He then walked away. 2 days later, as I passed by the same place, I noticed a man standing in front of the same glass door, apparently admiring it himself. I paid no attention and continued walking. The man suddenly ran toward me and said, "I did it, sir, I did it." I stopped and looked at him. He wore a full set of black suit, a red tie, a white shirt, and a pair of shiny shoes. His face looked somewhat familiar, and I thought I must have seen him before. He got a big smile on his face, and his tone of voice sounded so convinced. Just then, I realized this was the homeless man whom I met 2 days ago. I have gotten myself a purpose for my family and a job for $10,000 a month, he said proudly. I just wanted to find you and tell you that I've found a bigger purpose for life, and I too will one day be a successful man. After I congratulated him, he asked me for contact information and left. 2 years later, the man contacted me and asked me if I could meet with him. As we sat down, he talked to me in a humble voice. "Sir, here's a blank check I've signed." He respectfully handed me a check using both hands. I'm finally a successful man. As I respectfully took the check, he continued, "I got my family back and made a lot of money. I wanted to thank you for turning my life around." "The only person who turned your life around," I said as I put the check down on the table, "is the person in the glass door." He smiled as I continued, "I only show you the person, and you yourself turned your life around." "With all respect, sir," he said sincerely, "I wouldn't have succeeded without you finding me the man in the glass door." "I'll tell you what I'll do." I paused for a moment and continued. "I'll fill in the blank and donate a check to charity in your name."